Surviving Reality contains explicit content full of snark and sarcasm that may not be suitable for all audiences. Listener discretion is advised.
Hello and welcome to Surviving Reality.
I'm Corey.
And I'm Carly, and this is 7 Little Johnstons, Season 17, Episode 2, These Dresses Ain't It.
I don't think they are. Yeah. Took a couple tries, few chances here.
We're going to go dress shopping again.
It's happening again, yeah. If you didn't get enough dress shopping in the first episode, there's more coming your way. So, riveting television as proven extensively throughout Sister Wives and Say Yes to the Dress, and everybody goes with this format. Everybody does this.
They really think people are invested.
Pick three.
In watching people pick wedding dresses.
You gotta pick one and then make it happen.
We have to give a shout out to the Trent Johnson because Johnston. I'm sorry.
Johnston with a T.
I was so worried about forgetting about it that I messed up the pronunciation of his last name. Oh. Because we are recording this on St. Patrick's Day, and it is his birthday today.
It's his birthday, yes.
He had a double premiere of this season for his birthday.
And they already celebrated Emma's birthday, so it was a birthday episode.
Uh-huh.
And, well,
Do you think he and Amber are staying up late tonight to watch these back-to-backs? They won't end until 11.
Among other things that they're going to be doing this evening, I'm sure. That's on his list of things to do.
It's Emma's birthday. You already kind of spoiled that.
Her 20th birthday. We have the birthday episode here. And
I can't believe that she's 20.
20.
Like, that makes me feel old. And we watched this entire show over the course of the past couple of months.
I think it feels so sudden because it's like we flashed forward. Yeah,
she was just 7.
She was, we watched through so many seasons in such a short window of time where it's extra jarring for, like, we didn't watch her grow up over the years in front of our eyes. It was
fast.
Just flash.
Benjamin Button-like.
No.
That's what happens in this family, though.
The age reverse?
Well, chronologically, you age, but you have to regress to remain in Amber's household.
Okay.
Which is why I'm a little worried about Emma because she's 20. This is about the time where the kids start to experience some independence of their own, and then Amber tries to rein them back in.
Well, the weird part is Emma and Alex never really seem to be the target of Amber's control. It's like she just works through the first top of the rotation there of like Jonah, Anna, Elizabeth. And then it's like Jonah's life was a mess. So we had to move him home and had to go full control over him.
They convinced him his life was a mess.
Yeah. We're going to break your lease. We're going to move you back home and then get you fixed up here before you're allowed to go out into the world and interact in society because you have anxiety. So not allowed to do that.
Yeah. I think Amber always needs a project.
Yeah, and it was like, so it was Jonah for a little while, and then it was Anna, like, getting her ready to go to college for a minute there, and, like, her school stuff, and then it was Elizabeth with her relationship with Bryce, and that all fallen apart. And in between there,
Amber went to college herself, too.
You kind of mix stuff in, there's, like, different things that she needs to focus her energy on, and she never really gets all the way to the bottom of the list, because then she goes and checks at the top of the rotation again.
But I'm worried now that Anna has removed herself from the situation.
Yes, that's what I was wondering.
I think the wedding is keeping her busy this season, but I'm worried about where her sights are going to be set after that.
It's only a matter of time, or then, you're going to have to bounce back to Jonah. Is Jonah going to be okay based on their assessment? Are they going to get into it with some conflict here? It's only a matter of time before, that energy sort of radiates out to somebody else. It's going to happen, but they are still kind of in contact with Anna enough where it's like they do have that conflict. I don't think
they're even allowed to say her name this season.
They're not really, trying to at this point, but okay. So for Emma's 20th birthday, what are we doing? It's fun times at the tattoo parlor. that's the plan, I guess. She has 2 tattoos that she's getting today.
Yeah.
It's her first tattoo, and she's getting multiple tattoos.
That's brave.
Which is something. Well,
because I can't commit to even
I would say
one.
skip the one, because the one that she goes in with, well, she was like excited
you weren't
about.
a fan of all the ideas, huh?
There were a few ideas that were flying
Maybe it
around.
wasn't the idea, the execution.
It's both.
Oh.
Yeah, like so for her, she wasn't really sure what to expect, because they're just going into the shop to meet with the tattoo artist today, who was working on a few designs for her. So she doesn't even like know fully what she's getting at this point.
But she just has ideas.
But she has a few ideas.
And he's going to sketch something up.
And of course, they had to flash back to Trent and Amber did this first. You know, don't think that Emma's bringing an original storyline here, because Mom and Dad.
And they went to the exact same tattoo artist.
Exact same artist in the exact same shop.
You can only do the things that Amber approves of. So this is the only tattoo artist you can go to.
Yes. Amber approved. Trent and Amber approved. And that is the goal here. So we did get to flash back to Amber getting her foot tattoo, Trent getting his arm tattoo multiple times, because they didn't even delve into that really as much.
I did like the meaning behind Amber's tattoo. So she has a branch, and then there's 2 little birds sitting on it, and that's her and Trent, and then it has 5 leaves, 1 for each of the kids.
Right. Was she here for a touch up?
Basic.
Was she here for a touch up on one of those leaves, on the Anna leaf?
I was wondering.
Maybe. Was that part of the story?
That's
I don't know.
Leighton.
Oh, that's Leighton now. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Well, then you're going to have to add a leaf for
tell
Bryce.
A different story.
Is that what you're going to? Now you're going to need to add a leaf. You got a couple of things to do.
She'll go back and get a little more, another branch added.
They're kind of nervous though, because they're like, we did have an incident recently where it was like the thing with the earring with Emma passing out.
If I understood this right, Emma had gotten her ears pierced. And then Amber was trying to change the earrings to a different set, which again, you're almost 20.
You're 20.
Why is your mom changing your earrings
like
for you?
How long ago was this?
I mean, maybe she couldn't do it herself because she passed out.
Oh, yeah. Well,
so
was it just like at the sight of, was there like blood? Like, 'cause there's people who just pass out when they see blood sometimes.
I don't know. They didn't really tell us.
We don't know what it was. So now they're kind of like.
There is a thing where like when you get like an injection or blood drawn, so anything with a needle, like some people just pass out. It's just like a response that they have.
Right.
But it's just like that. It sounded like she was just replacing her earrings, not that she was like
piercing them. Yeah, it wasn't like
I mean, maybe an earring post is adjacent enough. I don't know.
But
they're worried. They're like, is she going to make it through the entire tattoo? Do we need to hold her down?
We don't know.
Do we need to strap her to the seat? Is she gonna stay with us the whole time?
Did this set anything off for you since you had your ear piercing experience this week too?
No.
Okay, good.
The woman who pierced my ear was fabulous.
Awesome.
She was very calm. She might have been a little high,
maybe,
but it helped with the overall experience.
The pen a little bit, yeah.
Yeah. I had to get one of my ears re-pierced because that hole closed up.
Who knew?
Yeah.
It happened.
So that was...
Well, they were doubting you at first, too. And I was like, no, it looks like it closed up on the back there.
I was like, I spent a lot of time trying to jam an earring into this. And I'm pretty sure that it's not open anymore.
Yeah, it's closed. Closed for business. So not happening
That's
here.
different, though, because I feel like you can't really see when they're piercing your ear.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like a little bit out of your sight.
I guess where she ended up getting the tattoos... One was on like the back of her arm, and then one was on like
her forearm.
The forearm, which I guess she wasn't really seeing.
She was trying not to watch.
She was trying not to look at the second one.
The first one, the placement is on the back of her arm, right above her elbow.
Right above her elbow.
I don't think she could see that really.
And she said it didn't hurt too bad because it's literally just. Well, okay, when they were going through the designs, she's picking the designs of what they're going to do, and then the artist hits her with. Here, why don't you get this one? The Big Daddy tattoo, which is Trent's face
in a cartoon
in a crude mock-up of what's going on there for Big Daddy stuff. No, Emma was not looking at getting a Big Daddy tattoo.
I don't think she understood that was a joke.
Yeah, I think she was
like it was a
getting concerned.
gag.
Well,
that
she was,
you know,
she was alarmed by that. She's like,
it was also
no.
very big.
Yeah. Which then that's what the artist is talking about too, where he's like, it's a little bit difficult because if you take like what would normally be like a wrist tattoo for an average sized person and you try and put that on a little person's wrist, now it's like a forearm tattoo, because the scaling of the size of that arm and the size of the tattoo, it's tough to replicate it there.
I never would have thought about that.
Yeah, I mean, it's all about sizing and scaling.
Got to like limit some of the designs you can do just because the smaller they get, the less like working area you have.
Yeah, and if you're doing fine lines that are really close together and stuff, sometimes they can just like
bleed into each other.
Kind of run together after a certain amount of time and stuff like that. You lose like all those finer details just as part of, you know, the skin.
I don't think she's worried about that.
I don't think she's worried
about that. So the first tattoo that she, not the gag one where she was
not
like,
the
no,
Big Daddy
you.
one.
Amber maybe is considering that one.
She is.
She's going to get the year 2010 tattooed on the back of her arm.
Well, not the whole year, just the number 2010.
And literally, like, we're not doing Roman numerals. We're not getting creative with it. It's just going to say 2010.
It's like we just slapped something into Word and then we scrolled through a couple of fonts and then we ended up on something that we would normally use for like a newsletter for an honor roll school bulletin.
Yeah, what did it look like? Courier New? Is that I probably messed up
Courier?
that font. Courier?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Not,
you know,
it's not
I can't
Tribucket.
say any of them.
Definitely not.
Yeah.
Definitely not Tribucket.
There was a time, I got a work story about that. Would you like to hear it?
I guess
we had an entire conversation. There were about 6 of us talking about what font we were using for a deck, a PowerPoint deck.
Of course, yeah.
And we kept referring to it as Tribucket until finally someone who sat near us was like, that's not how you say it.
Yeah. It's a French word, though. So, I mean, I guess
it's trebuchet, right?
Yeah, trebuchet.
Yeah. Well, now I know.
Yeah.
But we, for like a good 30 minutes, we're having a conversation about the font throughout all the decks and calling it Tribucket.
I don't think she used Tribucket for this one. I don't think so.
Well, the meaning behind the tattoo is that it's the year that she was adopted.
Right.
So that's, I don't
meaning.
Dislike the meaning.
I get the meaning. It's just,
I feel like the execution, like the font that was chosen, like the lack of creativity was the thing that I just wasn't a fan of.
Yeah, it feels like too straightforward or like, I don't know, like plain, I guess. Yeah, like there's no...
I don't know if I'm really a fan of having like a tattoo with numbers.
Maybe that's it. And like years and stuff like that. I don't know. Yeah. It's tough. Like the whole point of getting a tattoo is for the person who's getting the tattoo. It's something that they want.
Yeah.
Cool. She wants to do
really
this.
Matter what we think.
Great. Doesn't matter what I think. I'll be the first one to say that.
I was relieved it just wasn't a Taylor Swift tattoo because she's talked so much about how much of a Swiftie she is that I was kind of concerned that would be like her first tattoo.
Maybe 1989 instead of 2010.
Or like
something.
some type of Easter egg that is like a Taylor Swift thing.
Yeah, maybe.
I was a little concerned.
Maybe the font was similar to something.
I feel like that's a lot to commit to at 20 years old.
Yeah.
You know? To get a tattoo that symbolizes someone else whose actions you don't know what they'll be in the future, I feel like that's like a really big commitment.
Yeah. Like, don't get tattoos of things or people unless they're like not around anymore. They're not going to be coming back for a reunion tour.
Pretty confident about defending it in the future, possibly.
But even then, it's like, yeah, you might plan for a cover up. At least with that one, it was kind of small. It was tiny. It's above her elbow on her one arm, so it's like you might be able to rework that or come up with something else if you need to.
Now, the cute one she gets is on her forearm. And it's kind of like Amber's, right? Because it had like a leaf or a branch with leaves. Mm-hmm. And then there's a ladybug on it. And the reason she chose a ladybug is because they call Leighton Ladybug.
Ladybug.
As a nickname.
Right.
We saw that last season when they made her birthday plates.
Yes.
And they made ladybug plates. And then Liz made a different one. Which was a new concept to you.
Yeah, I don't know about birthday plates.
That's like a thing now, that you like make a special plate for your kid, and then every birthday they get their slice of cake or cupcake or whatever on that plate.
Okay.
That's what that was.
Yeah, it seems
inefficient to me to have to now store a plate that we're not going to use on a regular basis.
Only one time per year now.
I'm too practical for that. It's something Janelle Brown would never stand for.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to do that. I didn't like the other reasoning that's in here too, of like the ladybug design aspect here, and Emma is very excited about this because it's my niece. She made me an aunt. She'll always be in my life. It was like,
it felt like a little bit of a jab at Anna.
Kind of felt like they're talking about Anna. Yeah.
Sometimes I question, just because I do think Amber is so passive aggressive. And she has kind of trained and programmed the kids to say things that are hurtful to Anna that I don't even know if they're doing it like subconsciously.
Well, either that or it's just like these are these other things that Amber then leans into of like, this is very important. And it's another way to subconsciously reinforce this is why things aren't good with Anna. This is why.
Right.
Like,
here's
keep
the
your
contrast.
distance.
Like, you're so close with Leighton that you're going to get a tattoo on your body because you're always going to be part of her life.
Right.
Unlike other people.
Yeah. So as we're going through, again, the 2010 one, it was like bing, bang, boom. It was done. Blink your eyes and it's over. Like, she didn't even notice that. The Ladybug one, it's taking a little bit longer. There's some more shading on it and stuff. So they're kind of working through, they're trying to get an assessment of where Emma's at in terms of pain tolerance. Because she's very quiet. She's not saying anything.
I wouldn't either. I'd be afraid if I talk too much that, like, I'm going to mess up the tattoo.
Oh, I guess. Yeah. I mean,
she's probably strong. Not going to happen, but.
Yeah. She was holding strong. She's just being very quiet. And then that's where Amber's getting uncomfortable because she's like, I want details. I want to know how much pain you're in. Like, you got to tell me here. Like, what's going on here? Severity, intensity, describe it, explain it more.
I enjoy knowing about your pain.
Yeah, she's getting giddy and like really fired up about this. She's
also,
like,
Amber's tattoo's on her foot.
That one hurt.
Which is a very painful place to get a tattoo.
Ooh, that one hurt.
So I don't know if she felt like she wanted to. Everything's a competition with her. So maybe she wanted to compare the pain.
Maybe. And then that's why they kept alluding to the idea of Emma getting a tattoo on her wonky toe, as they kept referring to it, because she has a fourth toe. Everybody, not everybody, I guess, not to be ableist.
The toe to the left of her pinky toe.
Or right. I guess it depends on the foot. Left of her pinky, that would be an extra one.
What? I'm looking at my foot. My foot is like this.
Yeah, if you're looking at your right foot, I think it was her left foot. So if you said left of the pinky toe on the left foot, that'd be an extra toe.
Whatever. One of her toes is a little longer than all the rest.
It's the ring toe.
One of my toes is like that. Slightly.
It's shorter than the pinky toe?
No, longer. No. Hers is shorter? I thought they were saying it was longer.
No, they said it was shorter. So like that ring toe is shorter than the pinky toe. Well, then it was irrelevant
for me to share that very personal detail about myself.
Yeah, spoilers. We're learning too much now. But they wanted to get like a little smiley face on the wonky toe.
Mm-hmm. They just wanted to bring up that, she had a toe that
personal detail
wasn't up to their standards.
Yeah, obviously.
Those are the jokes that I don't like in this family because that's a physical attribution that like you can't change about yourself. Like that is just the way your body is. Why do you have to keep bringing it up?
Well, and Jonah said that, specifically, if you ever want to upset Emma, just bring up the wonky toe.
You know she doesn't like it.
Yeah.
So then why do you keep bringing it up?
Oh, yeah.
Just to hurt her feelings.
Yeah.
And poke fun at her.
It's a weapon. That's what I'm using it as here, is the lesson learned.
I think they're coming for her next.
Oh, well, she spent a lot of time with Anna. Like, they were very close. So I think that might be...
These families always need a scapegoat.
There's like an association there now where it was like they were kind of a package deal beforehand anyway, and now Anna's gone. So like, hey, you're going to be the new punching bag, essentially. I don't know. It's something to keep an eye on.
So they're gone getting the tattoos, and then the guys are back at the house setting up a little surprise for when she comes home. There's going to be a little cake, which looked good.
Okay.
It had some fruit on it.
Oh, all right.
You know?
Yeah, this is Trent and Jonah and Alex, and then eventually Bryce.
Chasing
well.
the dragon of the strawberry shortcake that I had one year.
That's just because you were eating paleo, so anything tasted like really good.
The best cake.
Well, yeah. That was like the strawberry shortcake.
And we've reordered it since, and it just wasn't the same.
It doesn't hit the same way, but I think the reason being because...
Yeah, because I wasn't eating sugar.
Yeah, you weren't eating anything. So then it was just like, wow, butter and sugar. Like,
it was like, this is so much better than an apple.
High concentrated volume. Yeah, with strawberries too. Oh, wow.
It was delicious.
It's like a whole new world.
That's what the cake reminded me of.
Right. Okay.
You know what I think it was? I think it was like that, you know the chantilly cake at Whole Foods that everybody talks about?
No.
Oh, well, we've never had it.
Yeah, that's why I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
People were very upset when they stopped making it the same way. They like changed it.
Oh.
It looked like that.
Maybe they changed it then.
I need
Wegmans
to know.
too.
I need to know more about the cake.
Mm-hmm.
It's very important to know the details of like what kind of cake you ordered.
Yeah, that's a big deal, and you need to know. It's good to know. They're trying to work some decoration stuff too, or get like little surprise things ready. They forgot the streamers. Oh, well, they're just going to grab a bottle
It's good enough.
They're going to grab a bottle of alcohol and then put a note on it that says 1 more year next year. Just kidding.
1 more year.
You got to wait for the Bacardi another year for that. No
that
sponsorship
seems right, doesn't it, for this household?
Bacardi?
Yeah.
Yeah, that fits. That tracks.
A little spiced rum.
There you go. Is it spiced? I thought it's like a clear rum, so it's just like...
Bacardi?
Yeah, Bacardi, that's clear.
Huh?
It's not spiced. It's not like Captain Morgan or Sailor
Jerry.
Jerry.
I just saw a story about someone who ordered a spiced rum. And I think it was on a plane or something, and the flight attendant put hot sauce in it.
Hot sauce? Oh, because they asked for spiced rum, so they were like, oh, yeah, here you go. I'll spice it up for you.
I don't know.
You got to be careful. That's like when I ordered that pizza in North Carolina.
This is a bad story.
That was bad. I was at a hotel because I was on site for a job for a week. It was a Domino's too, because I'm like, that's usually where it's like when I'm traveling, it's like there's certain things where it's just like, okay, I don't want to try something new. I want to like go with something that I know.
You know that you're going to get something that is satisfactory.
It's bread, it's cheese, it's whatever. This is going to do it.
It was bread and cheese.
It was. No cheese.
No, cheese. Oh, it was no cheese.
Yeah, so like I had asked for, I think I'd ordered a pizza where I was like just plain cheese. So like just a cheese pizza.
You called and placed
No.
This
was online. So I was doing this through the online portal. And then it was like, I typed in all the stuff. I selected the thing. And it was like, I wanted to add hot sauce on top of, like as a topping. Because they'll do that sometimes. Because I'm in a hotel room. I don't have a bottle of hot sauce that I can dispense my own hot sauce on my pizza. I need you to apply some.
Why are you putting hot sauce on pizza?
I put hot sauce on the pizza.
Okay.
So that was what I was ordering. And then instead, what they brought me was a pizza that was basically just the bread, like the bread crust with no cheese on it, no tomato sauce. And then it was just the hot sauce as like a replacement for the tomato sauce.
The whole rest of the pizza.
And I was like, no. I wanted a pizza, like normal pizza, and then hot sauce on top of it. Because like that was an option. That wasn't a custom order that I was typing in.
So it literally said hot sauce as a topping?
It's a topping.
And you just clicked it?
Yes.
And then they brought you...
Which I've done multiple times in several places in different states.
They brought you...
and they brought me a lump of bread with hot sauce on it that was like dried out because it had been... I don't know if they put it in the oven like that, probably. So it was just like dry bread and dry hot sauce.
Did you get your money back for that?
Yeah, I did. Yeah. Definitely.
But you went hungry.
I ate some of it and I was like, yeah, but because there was nothing else for me to eat. There was no other options at that point. So yeah, I was very uncomfortable. Not good.
That's a big warning out there.
Yeah. So just a heads up on that. But that was a long time ago though. That was like 10 years ago. So
maybe they're online.
I've ordered a few times since it, not in North Carolina again though. So I can't speak to the accuracy in the Raleigh, Durham locations. I don't know. I can't speak with the same confidence there.
Maybe they were attacked by an owl.
They could have been.
And they had to quickly assemble this pizza and
They could
forgot
have been.
most of it.
Yeah, that was a big mistake that week. I didn't rent a car because I was like, oh, I won't need a car. And then it was like, I should have rented a car because then I was like relying on, it was everything. There wasn't stuff that was like super within walking distance. It was silly of me. But anyways, yeah, we're picking up with, they're getting home from the tattoo parlor and the guys have kind of decorated the kitchen.
She seems impressed with it.
It was like, oh, a nice little surprise here. They did sing Happy Birthday with the same enthusiasm of that scene in Office Space. Happy birthday to you. So it was just like a little humdrum, I think. But I mean, given the audience that was there, like those guys can't really carry a tune in a bucket, I don't think.
Not their
necessarily
area of talent. We have seen their
lead-in song. It was not
their Grease musical.
Yeah, it was not Little by Little to say
there is a musical episode, guys. It's not the whole episode.
Not the whole episode.
It's just like a couple
musical
of scenes.
Segment, of an episode.
It's weird.
Yeah, especially when you don't expect it, when it just pops up on the...
I'm still telling you, it's handsy husband, naggy wife. Not handy husband.
I think it was handy, but okay. I mean, both work, so I can't fault it for that, yeah.
I really despised how Liz made this all about her and her wedding by giving Emma her present, which was her invitation to become her bridesmaid.
Yeah, the request thing. What was this? This was just like a bunch of photos in like an accordion folded
photos.
Yeah.
Was there even like a gift in it?
No, I think it was all just a bunch of photos. Like was the tattoo part of it? Maybe she paid for the tattoos.
I don't know.
Or something.
They're just like, that's the gift?
Is
that
the
I
gift?
get to be in your wedding?
That you're asking me to be your bridesmaid. Doesn't seem like a great gift for me, if we're being totally honest. That sounds like a whole lot of work. I'm not really ready for that.
It sounds like I'm going to be spending a lot of money.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not a gift for me. Are you going to cover all the stuff that I'm going to have to buy for this?
I just felt like it was a scene that was just about Emma, and she's showing off her tattoos, and she's excited. And then it had to go back to being about Liz's wedding, which is what I think the entire season's going to be.
Right. Yeah. I think the only other annoying thing for me in this was Alex touting how great and impressed he was with like the sentimental value of the reason behind the tattoo and how great it was that Emma was able to go do this. Like he's very supportive of Emma and Liz, and then everything the dude has ever said is hypercritical when it comes to Anna. So that's something that's always stood out to me that's really, really annoying that nobody ever checks him on, that nobody ever calls out.
Yeah.
And so I think that's something that's always stood out to me because this was yet another example of, wow, what a great thing that she's doing here. Look at this. It's this, homage to our wonderful family and our new niece who's a part of it.
I always get the vibe that Alex's brain's also shut off like Trent's.
Donkey brains?
Yeah. Yeah, like I just don't think he thinks very much for himself.
Yeah.
He needs other people to input that for him.
Yeah, I think he's recognized the patterns where it was like, oh, if you dump on Anna, like that's
rewarded.
That's met with, it improves your standing with Amber. Which is good. So then like he's very quick to learn the system and then like really feed into it. Mm-hmm. So I mean, as much as like Liz was a golden child, I think Alex is definitely like golden child put on a pedestal sort of aspects of like upholding the family system because he doesn't mess stuff up. He doesn't make those big mistakes like Jonah and Elizabeth has in their life. Like
he hasn't had much time yet.
He hasn't had much time yet or much opportunity to do that. But I think it was just kind of tying back into that a little bit too. Just something to keep an eye on. Because obviously he was like comedic relief when the show first started. He was very little.
I said that to you when we were watching the episode. I was like, he's like not funny anymore.
Yeah. He used to just ask questions
like a
all the
big
time.
Sense of humor. And now it's like he doesn't even laugh when somebody makes a joke.
Yeah. So
I don't know what happened.
Different. Yeah. Like the spark is gone here a little bit.
Yeah. He had a big personality.
He really peaked. Little. He peaked when he was like 8. You know, like there's just some people that have different ranges of like where that happens.
He got less outgoing as he got older.
Yeah, or something. I mean, he did like complain and cry a lot too. Like that was another thing about him, was where it was just like, if he didn't want to do something, he really didn't want to do something. So it was just like, okay, I get it. But anywho, do you guys have a good story behind your tattoos? Do you have tattoos?
We don't have any.
We don't have tattoos, but hey, let us know. Drop it in the comments. In the meantime, we're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back.
They're back in the kitchen again because they're assembling a care package for Nana.
Yes.
Who, unfortunately, we found out last episode. I don't know if we mentioned it while we were recording because we knew this was coming up.
Yeah.
But Nana has terminal cancer at this point, which is really sad because was it last season or the season before that Poppy passed before Poppy passed away.
Yeah.
So her husband.
Kind of unexpected. And it was like they were in the process of like kind of convincing Nana to maybe like move into a retirement facility or something. Like
they were trying to get her to move in with
Heidi.
With Trent's
sister Heidi.
Because Nana is Trent's mother.
Yeah. But it was just like Poppy he had a lot of medical needs. Like he needed extensive medical care and then he kind of passed away suddenly. And so
was it?
We have theories.
This is terrible, but we have an ongoing theory that Amber's been taking people out, including pets.
A lot of pets. Okay.
Maybe Poppy.
There's a criminal amount of pets that have appeared and disappeared on this show. And I don't like where Amber is usually close by with, you got too much on your plate. And I think she's making executive decisions on some things sometimes. So that's what I'm concerned about. That's my concern. For entertainment purposes only. I'm not making any accusation.
So Nana's still here with us. They're putting together a care package for her because she's in hospice at this point. Right. So they're going to go visit her and drop this off. They put like a big fuzzy blanket in there. Some snacks that she likes.
Some Nana stuff. All of her essentials. Like scotch and cold beer and chicken livers.
And nail polish.
And nail polish. Nail stuff. Yeah. Nail stuff for Nana. And then, a picture board too of just a bunch of photos of us too for her. So there you go. All the essentials.
Look, I thought it was sweet.
It's good. Yeah.
I don't like everything Amber does, but I think it's nice to show someone that they're being thought of while they're in a situation like that.
Yeah, because
and to give her things that are
she
comforts
likes.
To her.
Yeah,
that she likes.
That she enjoys. I know, because they were kind of poo-pooing on the scotch at first, and it's like,
let her do what she wants.
She's in hospice care. She's deciding to not do, like, her diagnosis was like so far along that she was like, I'm not going to do all the treatments and stuff. So they're just kind of
80s.
Yeah. And so it's just like, she's kind of like at that point where it's just, okay, we're going to go the hospice route then and just kind of make sure she's comfortable. So they're mostly just doing pain management stuff because that seems to be like her biggest kind of issue right now. And so then it's like, yeah, give the lady some scotch. Like,
that was what she was most excited about when she saw that basket.
Her eyes lit up. Yeah, because when they do get on FaceTime with her, because then Trent and Emma go and drop the basket off at the the hospital there, or the hospice care center, and it's Amber and Alex are on the phone, but then like the Wi-Fi is real bad. We don't have real good signal.
Yeah,
they were struggling at first.
The Wi-Fi was really bad.
Yeah, so
very choppy.
Very choppy, a little interrupted here and there, but then they were hitting her with the family pop quiz of like, who are all these people in these photos? And Nana's just like, I don't know.
Stop asking me questions.
I don't know.
She gets them all right.
Most of them.
But
Because she's
just
like, yeah, that's, Elizabeth and her husband. And they're like, well, stolen valor. Like, not technically husband yet, of course.
I could see why she's confused.
Yeah. Where then it's just like, I don't know.
They have a baby together.
They're engaged.
She's an older woman.
They're going
She's making an assumption.
Yeah, going to be married here soon.
I love that she doesn't know his name.
No, yeah, she was like, that's Elizabeth's husband guy. But they did get, even though the phone signal was real bad, they did get a great photo of her with the bottle of scotch and the 4th of July glasses where she's thrown up her version of a peace sign, which was 3, the thumb included too on that. So that was great.
It's time to go dress shopping again.
Yeah, I feel like we just did this.
Yeah, but you know what? This will be faster because you took no notes on the dresses because you had no idea what you were looking at.
Yeah, we'll get there. Okay, so the issue why we're rushing to do this again, and like she did not have success in the last episode, so we have to get back into the fold here and pick a dress as soon as possible because the wedding's 4 months away, and so it's gonna take about that long to like order a dress, let alone get alterations and everything else that they need for it too. So they need to find something like today. This is it. Like, we're finding a dress at this shop no matter what.
Yeah, they really like don't have enough time at this point. She can't keep looking. She was like, I need a dress this week.
Yeah.
Otherwise I'm screwed.
Yeah. And then the shop owners are like, okay.
She's going to have to wear Amber's dress.
Yeah, maybe that's why she busted it out of storage there, just so she could flaunt that around a little bit here as a reminder.
A backup plan.
Yeah. But then the shop owners are like, okay, how did your last shopping experience go? And they're just like full of all the reasons why it was so terrible. And then the shop owners are like, oh, okay, we're in trouble here. I think we're in trouble. So let's pick 3. Just pick 3 dresses.
Do you think that this was real?
Real in what sense?
I feel like they already went to this shop.
They already had a dress.
She already picked this dress. I think that she ordered this dress a few weeks ago. And the whole thing about her not having enough time is also created for drama purposes.
Yeah. I think she legitimately got upset on the first outing that they didn't pick something. And she's like, I don't want to do that again, where we go to a store and I don't pick something. So I need to know what I'm landing with. Because this seemed like she wasn't as excited or like blown away by this dress, like, or like in the process.
Do you feel like it wasn't like her initial reaction to having seen the dress for the first time?
That's what I'm alluding to.
Yeah. Because they picked 3 dresses for her to start with, and they're all terrible.
Yeah. Well, okay. So dress number 1, here's the note that I have for that. It's fine if you don't walk. So if you're just going to stand still and just kind of, if people just pick you up and then set you down someplace and then you don't move. You're not physically, you just get rooted, and plant somewhere.
Just transported.
I think you'll be good. But big part of the wedding is like walking down the aisle, like that's something that we got to plan for.
That is a complication.
I don't know. Maybe they can put you in the back of like the go-kart or something and drive you down the aisle, maybe, or something.
They just all looked like they were such different styles from anything she even tried on at the first dress shop.
Yeah.
That's where it made me feel like, okay, this is for entertainment value.
Oh, okay.
For us to see her now try some more things on and go, ooh.
Well, I like how even on the first boutique visit, it was like people who were picking out dresses because they were like, I thought that she'd look good in this, but I really didn't like it on her. And it was just like, yeah, sometimes that happens too, I guess, where it's like, you thought it was going to be, a good one here, but then no. So dress number 2, the note that I had was, it's off the shoulder, way sparkly, because it was blinged out.
Which is something that she said she wasn't interested in.
She was like, I don't like that. Yeah.
Again, why I think like this wasn't an actual dress shopping experience, because they didn't actually listen to anything that she would have come in and said about what she previously did not like.
Dress number 3, she just said, I feel like a marshmallow.
Was it really poofy?
It wasn't like that poofy, but I think it was just her in it. She was like, I'm not comfortable in this dress, basically.
She was uncomfortable in a lot of the dresses.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think she just doesn't really dress up very often.
Yeah, because then there were some where she was like, oh, I don't really like the look of it, but I can breathe in it.
Right.
And it's like, that's a plus.
It's important to be comfortable.
Yeah. Yeah. You need that too.
Then they pick out one last dress. This is dress number 4 at this place. And she walks out and everyone is like, wow, this one's perfect.
It's perfect. They keep saying it's perfect.
Similar to the ones that she tried on before, right? It's an A-line dress. It's got the skinny spaghetti straps like that she likes, the sweetheart neckline. It's a little sparkly, but not too sparkly. And no one is like really talking it up that much, right? Like no one was selling it to us.
No, but it's just Emma and Amber here for support this time. Which, having less of a viewing audience, maybe that helped a little bit too.
Yeah, less opinions.
Part of it, less opinions being thrown around. It's not as much stuff to, take into consideration.
I feel like it's a lot of pressure to like decide what you're going to pick when there are so many people just staring at you.
Yeah.
Waiting to see what you think of something.
And Elizabeth's whole assessment here is basically, this is the only one that made me smile. This is the one I'm going to go with. But it didn't seem like she was super hyped about it.
She didn't seem enthusiastic about it.
Yeah, she wasn't like so excited or even like relieved,
yeah.
In a sense or something of like, ooh, finally we found the one.
Again, I'm convinced that they'd been here before already. They went dress shopping. She picked the dress. She probably had her genuine like reaction to it the first time and it wasn't on camera. And so we had to head back here again.
Trying to recreate it.
Because how are we just going to have her pick a dress without us seeing her choose it?
Yeah. But then this brings up the whole other issue because then they're like, okay, great. Yeah, this is the dress. We picked this one. How long does this one take to order? And they were like, oh, about 12 to 16 weeks. And then Amber's like, oh, that only leaves us a month for alterations. And I was like, 16 weeks is 4 months. So if it takes 16 weeks, you're going to have no time for alteration.
They're hoping that it gets there faster.
Yeah.
Which is why I also just don't believe this is true because I feel like we're going to find out the dress came in early. And it's because she went there and she ordered it a few weeks before.
Okay. Yeah. Or it'll be on the tail, the tail end, lower end of 12 weeks.
I feel like everyone's always so convinced that Sister Wives is trying to fudge a timeline or make up a story.
Every show
and fool us.
Every show's trying to make the most dramatic version of events.
Yeah, I believe that that's what's happening.
To make that compelling and make you want to watch it and keep you interested.
Now we have to worry, like, is she going to get the dress on time?
Right. Yeah, you have to wonder.
I don't care. Wear Amber's dress.
We don't know. But it is almost time for the inaugural Pillow Talk check-in with Trent and Amber this season. That's coming up right after the break. Stay tuned.
So for those of you who are not familiar, many of the episodes of this show end with Trent and Amber having a little pillow talk in the bedroom before bed about things going on with the family. And then maybe it turns like a little suggestive and Trent gets out all of the pent up comments that he has had to keep from saying on camera.
Oh, but now he is on camera still. They kind of shuffle him around now, too.
They're like, it's reserved for this time.
Yeah.
This is when you can say those things.
Right, yeah, because you're making the crew uncomfortable.
It's an HR violation at this point.
Yeah. When you make us keep the mic packs on when you guys do closet time, alone time stuff, and it's like, there's still people that have headphones on that are listening to stuff that they don't want to be listening to right now.
Sound guys right outside.
Yeah, so that's uncomfortable. They've also kind of shuffled it around where it's like it used to be at the end of the episodes, and that was kind of like the wrap up kind of summary of what was going on or like gauging what the rest of the season's looking like. They kind of sprinkle them in randomly now because I think this one was
to catch you by surprise.
Yeah, it's to throw you off a little bit, but then also it's a producer tool of like letting you know what are the big storylines going to be for the overarching storylines for this entire season.
Because as we know, audiences are getting
the attention span.
Yeah, that's one way to put it.
Yeah. And, well, just donkey brains. Yeah.
Donkey brains,
Mhm.
yes. So we need to repeat things over and over again so they know what's going on.
Right. Yeah. But they got to get your attention first. So that starts off before we even get into the details here. Amber is popping up in front of Trent.
Climbs up into bed.
And she's lifting up her shirt and pulling her pants down. And it's like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
So alarmed because it was like, how much are they going to show us?
How much?
When she started pulling her pants down.
Yeah. And
she had to clear an area.
Trent's interest was piqued, though. But then he's seeing, oh, she got the Big Daddy tramp stamp on
his
here.
Words, not ours.
His words, yeah.
The tattoo that we saw earlier, that was a joke about Emma getting it.
Yeah.
She went back and now has gotten a temporary tattoo.
She says it was temporary.
Yeah, I mean, we may never see,
we'll have to see
that
if
part of Amber's body again if we're lucky.
Scrub off, wash off, yeah. I don't know.
He's not into it.
How soon are
I
they doing
thought he would have been
this?
all about it.
Are they going to like beaches in San Diego when they go to the Little People Conference? Are you going to have like a one-piece bathing suit that covers all that up?
They mentioned going to the zoo or something. Remember the
zoo,
falconry?
the aviary.
So I don't think they're hitting up the beach.
Is that bird stuff? Is that a thing? Is that a
that's
word?
Where birds go.
Okay, that's a word. That's where birds are? Okay.
Yeah.
Birds of prey. Look out. Durham, North Carolina.
So I think they've got other plants.
Yeah.
So she was safe putting this on.
Right.
And, leaving it until it just naturally rubs off by itself.
From friction. Or other things rubbing on it. I don't know.
Some Big Daddy friction.
But Big Daddy is not a narcissist in the way that Amber is, where
I don't want to look at myself.
I don't want to be making eye contact with a crudely drawn portrait of me. Like that's not what I'm into. But he's going to try and make the best of it. I'm sure is probably what's going to happen there.
So we talk about the plans for San Francisco because every year, except for when it was COVID, they go on a trip to attend the Little People Conference. And this year it's in San Diego.
Yeah, so
it's on the West Coast a lot.
A lot. Yeah, you'd think that normally they would bounce where it's like West Coast, somewhere in the middle, East Coast. West Coast, somewhere in the middle, East Coast.
I wonder because there were people who came in internationally.
Yeah.
If that's why they keep it on the West Coast.
Yeah. More international flights and stuff like that, too.
Yeah.
So it's like maybe it depends on where that is. But this is part of like their LP organization. So it's like a Little People group that they're a part of where it's just a annual conference that they can go and participate in.
There's like panels and there's parties and
events and dances and just different experiences and things like that you can be a part of here. I was thinking about this too the whole time. I was like, do you think Anna is still going to go to the LP conference?
No.
Not like with them,
No.
not on camera.
No, because I think that they paid for her to go every year. I don't think she wants to cross paths with them.
I think that's what it would probably come down to, right?
Yeah.
Because she's had like run-ins in the past where it was like they weren't allowed to go into anybody else's hotel room. She broke rules. She got in trouble at an LP conference. So like it is kind of a way for her to cut loose. It seems like it's mostly like big social mixers and people trying to hook up. There's a lot of it.
Okay.
Is what it seems like.
What I highly suggest.
Yeah.
Suspect. Highly suggest.
Okay, yeah.
I highly suggest that you go to the LP conference to hook up with other people.
Yeah.
No, this is like for Trent and Amber. I don't know what other people's perspective is, but this is like where you go to meet your partner in life.
Yeah.
That's what they want the kids to be doing.
Right.
And I think that they're off swinging with other couples.
Again, for entertainment purposes only. These are the theories that we've arrived at.
Just because even when the kids were little, it sounded like it was just like, okay, mom and dad are going to do their thing. You guys go obey these set of rules that we have and check in with us. But otherwise, leave us alone.
That and the shuttle back to the airport is going to be on Friday morning or Saturday or whenever. Don't miss that because that's the next time we're planning on seeing you.
Yeah.
Type of a thing. So it's just like, okay.
Weird.
Yeah, did you have any annual conference things that you would go to with large gatherings of people like this?
No.
That was just, no.
I mean, I understand though, like they talk about it a lot in the early seasons about how being together with other little people, it makes them feel like for a week that like they're kind of like part of their own world rather than living within like, a society that isn't built for them.
Yeah.
So I understand the escapism and getting to see people that don't live near you, that you've been friends with for a long time. And the fact that it's kind of like a vacation.
Yeah, you get to go see different places and different sites of where it's happening.
It is weird how hard they push on the kids that
like
they should be like trying to find someone to date while they're there.
Yeah. Yeah. So there's different elements of it. And obviously friendships that are formed too, because like Elizabeth has a few friends that she's met at conference who she stays in contact with, and that becomes part of the story too. Of course, she's going to ask them to be bridesmaids and stuff. So like this
wedding party keeps getting bigger.
More stuff that we're building to here about the LP conference. And that's how we're going to be able to blend those storylines too. It's the LP conference that we go to every year, every season.
But we still got to talk about Liz's wedding.
Also, Liz's wedding, which we are planning the entire wedding on quite a time crunch. And that's going to be very, very stressful this entire season. So keep that in mind. Now, everybody else is preparing for going to the conference. So everybody's like packing their suitcases, getting ready. Emma and Ashley are hanging out, packing up for San Diego.
Why does everyone have to meet them in Georgia to then fly to this conference? Because Ashley, who is Jonah's girlfriend, is coming down there so that she can go with them. And then Allie, who's Alex's girlfriend, who lives in Ohio, is being taken down to Georgia by her family. And then she's going to fly there with them.
To be fair, depending on which airline you're flying, you might hit a hub in Atlanta if you're flying specific airlines. So
I think they have to come there anyway. So they're like, we'll just fly together.
Either that or it's Amber and Trent said, hey, we'll pay for your ticket, but you're flying out of Atlanta. Yeah, you like, and yeah, you got to film. You got to film.
Yeah, you got to give us a storyline because we have a lot of time to fill.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what it's coming down to.
Now that we're not fighting with Anna, we need some other people to contribute some things.
So Ashley is here.
She's stepping up.
She is trying her best to fill this role.
I think Ashley is honestly one of the people on the show who I like the most at this point.
Okay. I am worried about her. I am worried about Ashley.
Me too. Because she is going to adopt a man baby.
Yes.
Not marry. She's going to adopt him because he needs to be taken care of by someone else.
Yeah, like Trent and Amber are going to sign over custody of Jonah to Ashley when she's ready. So, like, let us know when that is, and then we will allow Jonah to move into your house.
Yes, and this poor woman seems like she's got her life together. She's going to school to be a teacher. She's, like, got plans for, she's about to graduate next year. She's been sticking to doing what she needs to get done in her life, regardless of what Jonah's doing.
Okay, yeah, and Jonah's just kind of been
floating,
coasting.
Yeah,
yeah, he's just kind of out there going
smoking meat,
and like it's getting to a point for Ashley where there were big roadblocks, big bumps in the road here, speed bumps.
One of
with Trent and Amber.
The craziest things that happened on this show was Trent and Amber went through Jonah's phone. So Jonah ended up getting a little high on some Delta 8. And they had to pick him up in an emergency situation because he was kind of like freaking out, didn't know where he was. They took the opportunity while he was incapacitated to read through all of his text messages, including all the ones with his girlfriend, Ashley.
Because they didn't know if she was like a pusher or a dealer.
She's a dealer from a whole nother state.
Yeah. Like
they're in a long distance relationship.
It could be,
she's been hooking him up with the Delta 8.
That's the entire basis of their relationship is that, she's making Jonah a mule, a drug mule. That's what's happening. So like they had to, go through their personal texts and
it was a whole lot of stuff about how Ashley does not like Amber.
Well, it was like critical things about the family that Amber took very personally. Mm-hmm. But they also pieced together that it was because Jonah was lying to Ashley about like, no, I can't come down this week because I got stuff we got to do, film, and I'm doing family stuff.
And he wasn't.
So then that's what Trent and Amber were upset about, was it was like, well, you're blaming the family for not going to see Ashley, and then Ashley's resenting the family. Mm-hmm. So that was just another thing that they could get mad at Jonah about. So that was fun.
And then they made them break up.
Take a break. They took a break. And then Jonah was like ready to get back together with Ashley, and Amber's like, I don't think that's a good idea. I don't think you're ready. But he just kind of did it anyway. So that was nice because you're seeing like some of that autonomy coming back, at least, because Jonah was very quick to just hand over the reins to Trent and Amber and say, I'm turning my brain off and go ahead and tell me exactly what you need me to do. And that's what we'll go ahead and do here.
I kind of think that they've gotten to the point where they're like, Jonah's been dating her for 6 years now. He probably doesn't really have a shot at not fucking up another relationship. So let's just go all in on this one.
And I think it was a test to see what her reaction would be of going through those texts.
Because she didn't confront them about it or anything.
She didn't push back. She didn't say, that was pretty fucked up. She didn't.
Yeah, that was invasive.
Yeah.
For you to do something like that.
Yeah. She just kind of went along with it and still abided by everything that Jonah's parents were telling him to do as well. So I think that was her big test with the family, was to see, will she just go along with what we tell her to do too? Mm-hmm. The answer is yes.
Okay, you can see it from that perspective. I also think that Ashley knows how to play the game a little bit with this family. And she was like, oh, you're trying to run me off?
She took it as a personal challenge?
I'm going to stand by your side through all of this.
She took it as a personal challenge.
I think she did.
She's going to stick it to him here. Mm-hmm. But then, no, you don't win at the end of that if you're just going to stay together out of spite for something.
Oh, I don't think she was staying together out of spite.
To spite Amber?
I think not necessarily. Not necessarily to spite her. I just think she saw what was going on for what it was and was like, yeah, no, I'm not going to break up with him because of what your actions are.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but also it's like hard to, that's the other part too, is where it's like they keep trying to figure out, is Jonah going to move to be close to her? Is she going to move to be close to them?
They have no plan.
They don't really have any plans.
Because he thinks that she's moving there. And in this segment with Emma, she was like, no, I don't think that I'm going to move here.
I don't have a plan to do that. Yeah, so it's a big disconnect on some of the major things here, because when you ask Jonah about it, we're not getting the same story from Ashley.
No, I think Jonah likes to move the goalpost, where he's like, well, let's just wait until you graduate from college, and then we'll talk about the other stuff.
Yeah.
So he just keeps putting off the more serious moves in their relationship, and they're not really on the same page.
Well, here's the thing that bothered me about their relationship so far, too, is where it was like Jonah had to like shut everything off, take a step back, quit his job, move back home, break his lease, move back in with his parents, and then also go on a break with Ashley all at the same time so he could get his mental health in order. That's very important. That is a priority. I don't know how doing all of that, like removing every single
stressor,
like potential source of stress in your life, to then level set and say, okay, good, I'm in a better mental place now. Now, how are you going to navigate? Because like that is, you were operating in a bubble. That's not what life is like. So you didn't actually learn how to adapt to stress and how to work through stressful situations or communicate with a partner here on what's going on with stressors or anything. So it's just like, I think that was a very challenging time in his life. I don't think he got the full benefit out of it because it was kind of removed, like that opportunity from him, like he did go to therapy. There was a season of that too, where it was, he did some exercises through it. It was like mindful meditation stuff.
Right. That's when he got into smoking the meat.
a little bit. And so it was just, meditative states that he was in. And like,
I also love how on the show, Amber loves to pull someone into a therapy office, tell the therapist everything that she believes is wrong with them, and then be like, okay, give them back when they're fixed.
Yeah, let me know when you're done.
She's done that multiple times.
Amber went to the therapist, and then the therapist was like, maybe you need to like
get your nose out of everyone else's business.
Stop doing the stuff that you're doing. And she didn't do that. She didn't listen to that. Yeah, she stopped going. Instead,
she went to grad school to get her own counseling degree.
Right, so that she could say, I know better.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. I can overrule this because he is now my colleague and I disagree with your assessment.
So while they're packing, they're having this conversation about finding Emma a boyfriend.
Because it's the LP conference, so we got to get you hooked up with somebody. Emma still hasn't found a special somebody.
She's not really interested.
No, I mean, she's kind of had little boyfriends before she was allowed to have a boyfriend because it was when she was like 14. She was
allowed to talk to somebody.
She had friends at LP conference, and then when she was old enough to date, she hasn't really been dating anybody at these things. So trying to figure all that out. There's a little bit of pressure though, because for Emma, she's looking around and she's like, well, mom and dad met at conference and got married. Jonah and Ashley met at conference. They're on their way to be married here. Alex and Allie are also in that same bucket, I guess, if you want to call it that.
Alex has already planned his whole life around Allie.
It's strange to me, but yeah, like he's attending college for film and farming.
Correct.
I think is the double major. the double major that really stands out on a resume. But so like there's frustrating things about, again, Alex being a golden child of like those two majors don't really make a ton of sense together, where Anna was criticized in the past for she was going for her graduate in like, or
it was her bachelor's.
It was her bachelor's in early childhood education.
Yeah.
And she was working at a daycare, and Amber was like, you shouldn't be working at a daycare.
Amber like forced her to quit her job.
Yeah. She loved.
And become a substitute teacher.
Yeah. So it's just like those types of things of like, why do you insert into Anna's business so much?
Yeah, but then Alex can go to school for broadcasting and corn.
Yeah, you better start picking some peanuts or whatever he does for job, as Veronica would say.
I'm so excited for Plathville to come back.
To Plathville. 7 little Plathvilles.
Who's going to give us those sound bites this season?
I don't know. Maybe Lydia. No, not Lydia.
I don't think she's capable of it.
I don't think she can.
She's going to deliver us a storyline, but not the sound bites that are fun.
Yeah. So we'll have to see how that plays out.
Elizabeth and Bryce and Leighton are also packing for conference because Bryce and Leighton are going too. This is their first conference.
They are allowed. They get a pass because they are, in the same household as Elizabeth. So there you go. They're average size. There are
average size people who go to conference because there are little people who have average sized parents and siblings.
Right. Family members. So that's why they get a pass. Family members. Same household.
Also, she's got a tote around her fiance for everybody to see.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Show them off.
What's the point of having one if you don't get to do that at conference? You get to go drag them around and introduce them to everybody.
They are packing enough clothes for 7 days for 3 people in one suitcase.
One suitcase.
How?
I think we usually do. You do a suitcase. I do a suitcase.
Yeah. And sometimes I have overflow. Half of that is underwear.
Oh, sometimes.
7 days. I need 21 pairs of underwear. Easy.
At least. Just to be safe.
And socks. Because my feet will not touch the hotel carpet.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe. Shoes. You brought 1 pair of shoes on a trip recently. I thought that was psychotic.
I brought 2.
Okay.
Well, because I wore a pair and then I packed a pair. Well, because I was thinking about it, I was packed very light, where I had everything in a backpack. And then I was going to be gone, what? So that would be Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I was supposed to come back on Monday. So it was only supposed to be 3 days. And right before I left, I was like, if it's like snowy or if it's cold, like I'm going to need a coat. I'm going to need, a little bit more serious of
and
a shoe.
And I said, 1 pair of shoes.
Yeah, because then I had like more of like a boot situation where I was like, all right, well, I'll bring those along then too. So I had to move everything into like a carry-on. And I did need it because then I ended up getting stuck in the hotel for an extra 2 days.
That's why you bring extra underwear and everything.
Yeah.
You never know.
I had enough. I was doing all right.
Good.
Yeah, we were fine.
Good.
It's all good. Don't worry about it.
The important part of going on this trip is that she's got to ask her best friends. Well, not her best friends, because her best friend was Madison.
Best conference friends.
Her best conference friends, Carol and Daisy, to be her bridesmaids.
I'm really bummed that we didn't get the footage of diving into the sprinkles thing from the last conference, because I need to see that clip every single time they bring up these two.
The face plant.
Yeah. Because I think that was Carol.
Yes.
Who dove. And she hit it, dude. Yeah, she was in there. So.
Should have waited, let someone else jump first before making assumptions about how deep the sprinkles went.
Oh, man. Yeah, that was good. So I want to see that footage more every opportunity that we possibly can, because that was gold.
So they're a little worried about traveling with Leighton, though, because she's gone on trips before she's been on planes, but now she's a little older. She's not taking as many naps during the day. So, like, she's up and awake and aware a little bit more, and they're anticipating this might not be the easiest flight.
So that's why Bryce is like, well, why don't I bring some fishing poles, and that'll keep her occupied, on the plane and stuff, too. I might be able to dangle some giggly bobs in front of her face or something, or whatever. I don't know the technical terms.
Who wants to fly with a fishing pole?
Bryce. Bryce wants to fly with multiple fishing poles. I don't know how.
You just rent a pole when you get there.
That seems like the most logical way to do it, right?
Yeah.
Of just like,
I'm not bringing this with me.
He needs like his
I
lures
feel like
his
it's
hooks.
Special.
Yeah, he's got like his set stuff that he needs to bring along here. It's not like a bowling ball. It's not like it's fitted for your hand. I need this fishing pole specifically.
I think he's a great match for Janelle on Sister Wives.
Really?
Yeah, remember when she was trying to take the fishing poles to Maddie's wedding?
She's trying to fish everywhere she can.
Yeah, I think the two of them would hit it off.
Okay.
Maybe his dad or his parents together? I don't know.
I think so. Yeah, I think they're still together.
There's time.
Seems like it. Yeah.
Jill doesn't live too far away.
Yeah, it's not too far. Tata Farms.
A couple hours.
Yeah.
Isn't that where Ashley lives? On Tata Farms?
On Tata Farms, yeah, literally.
She lives in North Carolina.
She wrangles bats in her part-time, just as a hobby. It's a hobby business for her. Yeah.
A lot of rabies shots.
It's a lot to go through here. But they're getting up 4:30 in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning for their flight.
There wasn't a later flight.
I've had some early flights too. Yeah, like if you're taking the first one out, sometimes those are like 6 a.m.
With the baby.
No, I know, but yeah, like sometimes those are 6 a.m.
I'm just saying, if you're worried about how the flight's going to go, I don't think waking your baby up at 4 a.m. is probably going to make it go much better.
No, yeah, you're not off to a good start then. Plus, you're flying west, so you're going to get the time zone difference in your favor. Yeah, in your favor when you land. So, like, even if you left... You can't even
check into the hotel.
I was going to say, even if you left, like, mid-morning on Eastern time, by the time you get over there, yeah, you'll be better off with a little bit later. You don't need to be there first thing in the morning. Crack of dawn, sunrise flight. No.
And this is a 7-day trip. It's not like a quick, like, we're going to be there for 3 days, so you got to make the most and get there at the earliest you possibly can.
No, I think that this was unnecessary. Definitely. For what we're looking at here.
Must have been the cheapest flight.
Had to have been, right? Yeah. Family discount.
So next episode, we're going to see the LP conference, and the wedding woes continue because they're going to start planning this wedding in the field in the backyard.
Yeah, they're trying to turn the field into a venue, and that's going to be a lot of work.
A lot of work for Trent.
A whole lot of work.
There's a lot of stuff going on in the podcast right now. We've got things coming down the pipeline, as they would say in corporate America.
Oh, boy. Okay.
We are recapping 7 Little Johnstons, obviously.
In case you haven't heard.
We just wrapped up Mom Talk Marathon. There's all kinds of drama popping off with Taylor, Frankie, Paul, and Dakota.
The Bachelorette starting soon.
Maybe.
This week. Maybe.
We'll see. We'll see what happens.
This is all part of the plan.
You think it's PR?
This is why. Yeah, because they're saying that this stuff, the DV stuff, popped up weeks ago, and it's like, well, now we're just hearing about it 5 days before the premiere episode, right after you guys did like the first rose ceremony thing that's available.
It's suspicious.
Come on, please don't insult my intelligence.
But why would they want that kind of like reaction?
Because they need stuff.
Should we make this the mediocre down this month?
Oh boy,
I feel like we can talk about this for.
I feel like I'm gonna pop off.
for another 45 minutes.
Yeah, I'm getting upset. Gotta let my blood pressure come down here for a minute.
If you want to join the conversation, there's a lot going over on the Discord, on Patreon. We're talking about it in there. All the articles that keep coming out. It's like every couple hours TMZ updates the story. And we're thinking that we're going to go forward with our plan, which is to recap The Bachelorette over on Patreon, like 2 episodes at a time.
Yeah, we were trying to do that. We were going to do the premiere episode beginning of next week. And then every other week after that. I don't think they're going to
pull that show just because they already spent all the money.
This is the whole point, you guys. This is the whole point. They needed something crazy enough to cut through all the other news headlines to get people's attention.
To let you know The Bachelorette was premiering.
Yes. Yes.
We'll see if our conspiracy theories shake out.
Okay. I guess we'll see.
And then over on Surviving Sister Wives, we are still recapping the Catfishes book. Almost Married.
Almost Married.
I'm really enjoying it.
It's fun.
Yeah,
we're having a good time. The chapters are shorter now. We got through the big one. Chapter 2 was a heavy lift, as they say. And so now we're kind of moving along at a reasonable clip now.
And I forgot to mention, Welcome to Plathville is coming back. We're going to be recapping that here on Surviving Reality once that starts at the end of the month.
So don't miss it.
Thanks for listening. See you next time.